Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Taurus, I hope that you're doing well. I just want to say right from the start that Spirit is muting my ear. They're tunneling my ear. It's almost as if, it's a feeling of it as if someone came up and just placed their hand gently over top of my ear, so it kind of muffles the sound. And anytime that happens, I know that your spirit guides have just come in. They're very eager to talk to you, okay? As well as my spirit guides are here too, so I'm always grateful to them. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one is the Elemental Oracle for the overall energy, and for the tarot portion of the reading, a brand new deck to my channel, the Sci-Fi Tarot, by the same creator that did the Pulp Tarot, which is one of my favorites. So I hope you enjoy it. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel Spirits, guys, what messages do you have for Taurus, please? Oh, thank you. Number 38, which reduces to an 11, corresponding to the Justice card of the Major Arcana. That's Libra energy. If you have Virgo placements in your chart, they also got a number 11, a different variation. They actually got the number 11, you got a 38, but you might want to watch that reading if you're dealing with a Virgo or have Virgo placements. The card that you got is, well, so the number 11 talks about, well, divinely guided synchronicities, right? Whenever we see 1111 on a clock, on a timer, on an address, it just fills us with this kind of knowingness, this this communication that we have with Spirit, saying, I'm here, I'm with you. I remind you of balance in the world. So you could be seeing that number a lot, or the number 38. You got the card Dark Matter, and above it, it says Mystery. So it's interesting because, okay, so one of, if not the best tarot reader on the planet, San Scripts Tarot, San Tarot, she is just the most amazing, gifted human being that I know. She is also a Taurus. She spoke about this in some of her readings. I guess it was a vision or a dream of this like mothy energy that, or cobwebby energy that kind of covered her mouth. And I'm seeing it here for you as well, Taurus. And it's amazing that it's a blue butterfly. Blue, talking about the throat chakra that clears and allows us to speak, but sometimes we get a frog in our throat, blockage in our throat chakra. We want to speak our truth, but we can't. So sometimes that happens because we feel that we want to say something, but when we start thinking about the words, when we start thinking about the feelings and the repercussions or whatever, everything gets so caught up in our ego, in our fear, that it just swirls around us like this dark matter, but we can't articulate it. So I don't know if there's something in your life right now that you are finding it difficult to express, which is okay. We all go through that. But it doesn't have to be necessarily even a bad thing, because I see this light source, right, coming from here. The word is mystery. I see this light source kind of emanating from your heart and your solar plexus. It's like, it's almost like the soul of you, yourself, bursting, wanting to kind of show itself, reveal itself, but maybe you can't do it through words alone. Maybe the expression of your spirit has to take shape in another form. Music, artwork, some kind of expression with your hands. I see woodworking for some people. I see creation, just creation of any kind, cooking, I don't know. Something with your hands, something that can be expressed physically. But also energetically, because now I see the fire building here, where the sacral and the root are. So there's so much kind of catalyst, ignition, the initial spark of something. It's like larger than life. It's like bigger. It's bigger than what you can articulate through vocabulary, through our limited words and our limited language. Because sometimes, you know, I've been fortunate. I mean, I'm learning a language right now, but I've been fortunate enough to know people who speak many languages. But sometimes it doesn't matter how many languages you speak, you just can't find the right word to articulate what it is that you want to say. And I feel that tension, I feel that push and pull, and I feel the mystery behind it, and you're trying to explore that right now. I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future. And I'm not taking any reversals in this series. I don't know, that's kind of a new thing. I don't know if I'm going to continue along that. I've been reading, thank you, Spirit. I guess I will be. I have been reading reversals since I started reading tarot, but lately Spirit is just like, no, you can intuit the cards the way that you need to intuit them. You don't need to take reversals. It's like, okay. Okay, 6 cards on the table. 2 of them major arcana. Major arcana being the first 22 cards of the tarot deck that talk about the archetypes of human experience. They're the big dog energies. The big dog energies. Minor arcana are the rest of the tarot that talk about the things that we can affect in our daily lives. In the past energy, you have the 4 of Cups. Cups, water energy. The water element. Have you checked your blind spot? Concentration will help complete a task, but keep open to possibilities beyond the obvious. Possibilities beyond the obvious. And I want to point out something to you here. This covering of the mouth, and it almost like, it's like he kind of has a mouth, but it's just like a little fold. It feels relatively speechless, but they're writing something. There's something about speech. There's something about like just, you feel like you're coming up short, and no matter what you try, however you try to express yourself, it's like not quite hitting it. And it could be having to do with one person in particular. Have you checked your blind spot? You know, this, the blind spot, this card came up, has come up in a couple of readings. And I talked about the blind spot, obviously, in terms of a car. The driver turns to check their blind spot. It's this quantum entanglement thing. You know the blind spot is there, but by virtue of the fact of the blind spot, you can't see it until you physically turn. You don't know if something is in the blind spot until you turn. The blind spot now changes because it's no longer a blind spot, because you can see it. What is then in that space depends on the moment that you turn your head. So it's very, for me, it's very quantum entanglement-y. It's constantly in flux. It goes in and out of existence. And maybe that's what you're experiencing with your articulation. Every time you try to express, it's like something else changes in you and you're just like, wait, that's not what I wanted to say, or that isn't quite, and we're not quite getting there, or you can see where I'm going with this. In the traditional meaning of the Four of Cups, it's this individual who cannot see the offer being made to him or her, or them. This cup of love, friendship, compassion, camaraderie. It's the cup from spirit. It's the Ace of Cups. We see 3 cups down here, and this is supposed to represent the 3 cups. There's one option that you haven't been able to see, and you're not gonna know until you turn around. But if you turn, then you take your attention away from what's going on in front of you. So it's almost like Spirit is kind of saying, you can't have it both ways. To which you might say, well, why can't I? Why can't I have it every which way? You can't. For some reason. I don't know. Maybe we'll get there. Clarifying it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's another Cups card, the King of Cups. Master of his own heart. Scorpio energy. King of Cups is beautiful. Emotionally mature. Loving. Kind. Generous. Not somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve. They might not tell you all of their emotions, but you know they feel them deeply. You know that they can access them if they need to. But it's really beautiful. It's magical. He's like propelling himself. It's kind of strange. It's like rising above the fray. This, I don't believe, is your energy. I think this is somebody else that's coming in for you. They're like literally coming in for a landing. Because it's like, I see like these are like bullet trains or whatever trains. It's like somebody could have chosen to come in a traditional route, but they chose to come in like this. And maybe there's just something about them that you can't, they might be kind of inspiring something in you, but you can't quite. It's like if this is like a person and you're trying to describe them to somebody else, it's like, I can't really, you gotta just see it for yourself. There's nobody like them. This could be something like that. If it's not a person, if it's like a situation, if it's a thing, if it's an idea. Look, I invented this thing. I can't explain it to you. You gotta just come and see it for yourself. It's like trying to describe an artwork. There's an infinite number of ways you could do that. Spirit is specifically showing me Mark Rothko. Mark Rothko is a very famous painter, and he is famous for so many reasons, but he does these color field artworks. It's just a gigantic canvas with sometimes a single color on it. And it's in the National Gallery of Art. It's in the MoMA. It's in the London Gallery of Art. Wherever. Rothkos are everywhere, and they're like, I don't know if they're priceless, but they're up there. And Spirit is showing that to me. So if I were to describe a Rothko painting to you, which I tried to do, you have a canvas. It's gigantic. It's like the size of like a king-size bed or something. One color. Put it on the wall. Priceless. There are some people that can look at that situation and say, that artwork is a piece of crap, anybody could do it. And I went to art school, and in art school, the common response to is, oh, I could have done that. The art school response would be, yeah, but you didn't. You didn't do it. Maybe that's part of the blind spot. You didn't do it. You didn't take a chance. You didn't try. Maybe that's part of it too. Like, you're trying to express. Now, I'm not trying to scold you or anything, Taurus. No, no, no. I'm a Taurus Venus, so I love my Taurians. But maybe there's something here where it's just like frustrating you. You have all these ideas, all of this fire and passion and soul and turning and butterflies, and everything wants to emerge. And you're just like, it's overwhelming. I don't know how to express it. But if you don't express it at all, then in a way it's like, are you just going to remain the automaton? Like, I almost imagine it just like I have a stamp and I'm just stamping, stamp and I'm stamping, and then it's like day in and day out. That's all I'm doing. Which I'm not suggesting that your life is boring in any way. This is all kind of coming from your perspective, right? And then somebody comes in to ignite this inspiration in you and just say, you know, you look at a Mark Rothko painting and just say, I just see the color red. And then you have somebody flying in and just saying, yeah, but think about what happens in the color red. It could be as deep as the solar flares on the sun, or the color blood red, like what pumps out of our hearts, or the color of the mask of war, and blah, blah, blah. Like, somebody could just like launch into something that will make you maybe understand yourself in a new way, see yourself differently. Interesting. In the present tense, that was the past energy, right? In the present energy, Two of Swords, kind of caught between thoughts at the edge of the vast sea of space. She looked inward. Here's that red color. Two of Swords can be difficult because even though it's an air sign energy, all about the thinking mind and contemplating thoughts, considering and contemplating things in a rational headspace, there's always this undercurrent to the Two of Swords of water, because in the original, or rather the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is kind of the standard deck of tarot, there's water in the background, and it's just this sense that we're caught up in our heads because we're caught up in our feelings too, but we don't want to highlight that too much. And maybe there was some King Cups in your backstory that made you highlight those watery realms, maybe brought something forth, opened up the possibility of something within you, and it became difficult to negotiate. So you're at this place now where you're just thinking about it. You're thinking about it, like, what I'm looking inward, but what do I see? What do I see? And it's hard to articulate. What I dare say you're going to do about it, because remember I said maybe it's beyond language. It's just about being in the physicality of something, in the presence of something. I can tell you about the Mark Rothko painting. I can describe it to you in great detail. It's not like actually going to the museum and standing in front of it. These are the artistic debates, right? You can look at it online. I guarantee you it's not going to be the same effect as when you as a human are standing in the presence of art. It's a different vibe. Gives off a different energy. What I see you doing is stepping out of this place of blind contemplation, just closed eyes to it, and just going for it. Just saying, hey, I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea of how me trying to express myself in the world is going to look to myself, to other people, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a leap of faith with the Fool card, number 0 of the Major Arcana. The Fool starts the tarot. It's the Fool's journey. The great leap of faith, the trust in spirit, the trust in ourselves. And I see this mirroring here with this light here. It's like both have emerged out of this portal. It's really amazing, actually. A step into the unknown. Is it genius or is it something else? Is it genius or an ending? Just use that word, an ending. The Fool came out in the Virgo energy too, the Virgo reading. And I noted that this character is not wearing any kind of space gear. Like there's no protective helmet. It's this sense, it's this true sense that you're jumping into the unknown. That's very exciting. It's scary, but I don't know. The Tauruses that I know, they don't back down. It's like once you make a decision, that's it. That's it, that's it, that's it. I said what I said, I meant what I meant. All in. But it takes you a minute to get there. It takes you a minute to get there. What are we taking a deep dive into? I'm going to ask for a clarifier. Queen of Swords. She knows what must be done. Ooh, and she isn't afraid to do it. She knows what must be done, and she isn't afraid to do it. Don't mess with the Queen of Swords. She's been through it, right? By the time we get to the Queen in the tarot, it's each suit, the suit of swords as this example, runs from ace to 10, page, knight, queen, king. There's an evolution that happens from the ace all the way up to the king. By the time we reach the Queen of Swords, she's been through the whole suit. She's been through it. She's experienced frustration and heartbreak and Spirit just said scandal. Scandal. Fighting with others, fighting with self. Having to move beyond that, having to defend herself or himself or however, it's not about gender. The Queen has been through it. You don't mess with her. She's always looking for the truth of things. So it's almost like, are you just taking, it's the biggest adventure. It's truly the biggest adventure. Deep diving into the self, like really doing it. It's not just like a happy-go-lucky water meditation, which is what I did yesterday, but it's looking at the nitty-gritty. It's like Kundalini awakening kind of stuff. We blow open all the chakras, mix up the energy where things, let things flow where they never have before. It's painful, but it's revelatory. Thank you, Spirit. In the future potential for Taurus, look at this, Knight of Cups. Is this the future of romance? The knight steadfastly carries his romantic burden, over barren mountain landscapes. His romantic burden? That's hilarious. What? Does that actually say burden? I guess it does. Sometimes love can be, it can be challenging. Yep, that is absolutely true. But it does kind of feel like this guy. It's like he took the leap of faith and then he found something that he loved, and now it's like he's carrying flowers to it. He does look rather smitten, I will say. The Knight of Cups is somebody who presents themselves with an authentic gesture of love or friendship towards you. Right? Maybe this is you towards somebody else, right? I had the King of Cups in the background already. Not in the background. Why did I say in the background? In the past energy. So, something's coming towards you. Or maybe you are going towards it. Whatever it is, you're smitten. Could be a project. Could be like a new art project. You're just like, I figured it out. I know how I'm going to express myself now. It doesn't have to be like art or whatever. It could be something else. It could be just like, I want to go travel the world, or I want to volunteer, or I want to be an activist and stand up for something, or whatever. However you need to express yourself. However, whatever it looks like, whatever your calling looks like, that's the thing you should be working towards. I can't answer that for you. And I think you're starting to like really look at it for yourself, because maybe it's changed. It might have changed. That's okay. We can change our minds. I have certainly changed my mind many times over my life. When I was younger, I wanted to be a DJ. I wanted to be on the radio. And I was like, I don't have a nice voice for that. I have a scratchy voice. Like, no one want to listen to me and blah, blah, blah. And now, like, I have a YouTube channel. I mean, what? Right? And I don't just... And I get weird kind of compliments on my voice. That I have a very soothing voice. I don't find that to be true, but I'm glad somebody does. Anyway, Nine of Cups, really beautiful. And it is clarified by number 8 of the Major Arcana, the Strength card. The struggle to tame the beast. Who will survive? It almost look, it's laughable, actually, this image. I don't find, like, it could be potentially scary, but she looks bored, which tells me that you've worked a lot on yourself, because the beast represents our ego. The fact that this character looks bored means I've been there, done that. I've looked at my ego. I've assessed it. I've worked on myself. Standing up to this ego, to this fear that keeps me trapped, that's not a problem. Sometimes it crops up. Sometimes the insecurities come through. In general, though, I know who I am. That's what you're telling me. Because I want to laugh at this, because it's ridiculous to me. The sentiment of the card is not ridiculous at all. It's very serious. But it's almost like I'm embodying my Taurus nature. It's like, no, I know who I am. Because I have a Taurus Venus. It's like, that's how I express my love. Oh, you better believe I know. That's how Taurus helps me. I'm grounded in that. I know the value of my love and how it expresses in the world. And I think you know your value and how it expresses. But you are looking to express even more, greater, beyond all expectation. I don't doubt that you're going to do it. That Taurus is anything. They're voracious, tenacious. Advice from Spirit, the 6 of Pentacles. It was an astounding act of charity that would change history. But what did it mean? Coming to a place of equilibrium, equal give and take, peace, offering, receiving, understanding, could be difficult. Spirit just showed me that, in a way, this represents your exchange with the world. How you present this to the world is, in a way, your highest form of giving back to the world. Your highest form of giving back to the world is how you truly express who you are. That's your reading, Taurus. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Taurus.